If you're looking to run a virtual tablet or phone with the latest version of Android on it, this video is for you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to show you something incredible, how to run the latest Android right on your Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer with full Google Play Store access. Let's get started. All right, for this, you will need at least 8 gigabytes of RAM on your PC. 16 gigabytes is recommended, but if you have more, that's great news. We'll be using Android Studio, which is Google's official development tool. While it's primarily made for app developers, anyone can use it to run Android virtually. Let's download the official Android Studio software from Google. Open your web browser and search for Android Studio Download. Then click on the first link. Click on this Download button. A pop-up or dialog box will appear with the license agreement. Scroll all the way to the bottom and check this checkbox. The downloading starts. The file is approximately 1.2 to 1.5 gigabytes, so it will take a few minutes to download depending on your internet speed. All right, let's check if virtualization is enabled on your computer. Right-click on your taskbar, then click on Task Manager. In Task Manager, click on the Performance tab at the top. On the left side, make sure CPU is selected. Find the line that says Virtualization and look at the status next to it. If it says Enabled, perfect, you're ready to move to the next step. If it says Disabled, don't worry, we just need to enable it in your computer's BIOS settings. I'll show you how. The exact steps vary depending on your computer brand and model, but you might need to Google your specific model for exact instructions. Restart your computer completely. As soon as it starts booting up, immediately start tapping your BIOS key, F2, delete, etc., repeatedly. Don't wait, start pressing it right away. You'll enter the BIOS menu, which looks like a blue or gray screen with text and options. Look for tabs or sections with names like Virtualization Support. Find the Virtualization option. Change it from Disabled to Enabled. Save and Exit option in your BIOS. Your computer will restart with virtualization enabled. Great! Now that your hardware is ready, we need to tell Windows to allow virtual machines to run. Click on the Start button and type Turn Windows Features On or Off. Then click on it. Scroll down through this list until you find Windows Hypervisor Platform or Windows Machine Platform. Check the box next to Windows Hypervisor Platform. A check mark should appear. Click OK at the bottom of the window. Click Restart Now if asked. Now let's install Android Studio. Go to your Downloads folder and find the Android Studio installer file. Double-click on it to run the installer. Click Yes to proceed. The Android Studio Setup Wizard will open. Click Next, then follow the default steps, then click Install. Check Start Android Studio box. Click Finish. Android Studio will now launch for the first time. Click Don't Send or Yes. Either choice is fine. Click Next to begin. Select Standard. This is easier and includes everything we need. Click Next. Click Next. Accept all the license agreements by clicking Accept for each one. Then click Next. Android Studio will now download and install SDK components. This is a significant download, 2 to 4 gigabytes, so it might take 10 to 20 minutes depending on your internet speed. Let this run completely. Don't close the window. Get a coffee. Take a break. Once everything finishes downloading and installing, click Finish on the completion screen. Perfect. Android Studio is now installed. Now we need to download the actual Android 16 operating system files. Click on More Actions and select SDK Manager from the drop-down menu. The Settings window opens, showing Android SDK in the left sidebar. Make sure SDK Platforms is selected. Scroll through the list and look for Android 16.0 or latest version. Also check out the preview version if you need the latest version. Make sure the checkbox next to your chosen version is checked. Click Apply, then OK. Android Studio is now downloading and installing the actual Android 16 system files. This is another large download, so it will take 10 to 20 minutes depending on your connection. Once the status shows Done for all components, click Finish. Click OK to close the SDK Manager settings window. You're back at the Android Studio welcome screen. On the Android Studio welcome screen, click More Actions again. This time, select Virtual Device Manager. The Virtual Device Manager window opens. It's probably empty since this is your first time. Click the Create Device button or the plus icon in the top left corner. Select the phone you are interested in. I choose the latest Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. Pixel phones are often used for testing. Click on Next. Leave the default settings, then click Finish and OK. Please wait until the download is complete. I also need a tablet for testing. You can choose whatever you want according to your needs. Select the tablet category. From the list, choose Pixel Tablet. This gives you a good screen size and represents modern Android hardware well. Click Next. Leave the default settings, then click Finish and OK. Please wait until the download is complete. Now comes the important part, configuring your virtual device's performance settings. Click on the three dots to the right of the device, then click on Edit. Click on Additional Settings. Scroll down. For internal memory, I recommend at least 16 GB. I'm opting for 40 GB because I have a lot of games to install. For RAM, allocate the amount you want based on your PC's capacity. Allocate 30 to 50% of your PC's RAM. For the processor core, I will leave the default setting, which is 4 cores for good performance while leaving resources for Windows. Once you've configured everything, click Finish at the bottom. Configure the devices according to your needs. Be sure to do the calculations carefully to avoid filling up your PC's memory. If you're unsure about anything, you can also leave the default settings, as Android Studio can automatically configure the devices. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Let's boot up Android 16. In the Virtual Device Manager, you'll see your newly created virtual device listed with details. On the right side of your device's row, you'll see action buttons, including a green Play button icon. Click the Play button to start your Android 16 virtual device. A new window will pop up showing the emulator. You'll see a black screen briefly, then the Google logo appears. This first boot takes 1 to 3 minutes as Android initializes for the first time. Be patient. You'll see the animated Google loading animation. Everything seems to be working properly. You can connect to Google Play Store to download apps and games. Tap Sign In and enter your Google account email and password. Congratulations! You now have Android 16 running on your Windows PC. Do the same if you have chosen a tablet. Start the tablet in the same way as other devices, and you can use it easily. And that's it! You've successfully installed and configured Android 16 on your Windows PC with full Google Play Store access. You can now enjoy Android apps, test mobile games, develop apps, or just explore the latest Android features on your big PC screen. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more tech tutorials. Thanks for watching and enjoy your Android 16 experience on Windows.